everyone, welcome. For those of you all that are new here, my name is Tori and I am so glad to have you. So I am doing something a little different. I am launching this new series about how to be successful in university, although this could be used for all students in high school, college, whatever. So I am not trying to toot my own horn or anything like that, but I do have 2 degrees where I graduated first in my class. I am now doing my master's degree in England, and I like to believe that I am just a very studious person, and I would like to share with you all the tips that have helped me get through these years of college and help me get to where I am today. So I hope that this can be helpful for a lot of you all. I'm going to launch this series with 4 episodes. So I'm going to upload every day for 4 days in a row just to start you guys off. I do know that some of my friends back home in the States have already started university and are almost like halfway through their semester. Whereas here in England, a lot of us are just now still getting started. But I do want to say it doesn't matter what part of your journey that you are in, these tips will be useful at any phase and you can carry them on into the future as well. So today's episode is about organization and goal setting. So let's get into it. So first, I would like to start off with some key points, very important for you to keep in the back of your mind throughout this entire journey. First of all, it is never too late to get organized. You can get organized at any part, whether it be at the very beginning or in the middle or at the very end. But I believe that getting organized is essential for anything that is important to you. It's important to organize, in my opinion. So it's never too late to get organized. It's never too late to start getting serious about something. Just do it. The second key point is if you don't set goals, you're not going to know where you're going. There's even a famous quote like, if you don't know where you're going, you're never going to get there. So it is very important to be clear about what are you trying to accomplish? How are you going to get there? How long do you want to take to get there? You know, setting these things out and writing these goals down are key to making sure that they actually come to fruition. And the last key point that I want to make is that these tips that I give today about organization and goal setting can be used in any aspect of life, not just university, not just school, but in your career, in your personal life, all aspects. So hopefully this can be helpful and you can take it with you in all of your journeys. So I'm going to break this down into 2 parts: how to organize and how to goal set. Simple as that. Feel free to pull out pen and paper if you would like. I actually advise that you take some kind of note, whether it be a mental note or you write it down, whatever works for you. So first thing about how to organize is color coordination. I love to color coordinate. Like each one of my binders for each one of my classes is a different color. I even have a calendar on my wall and I use the specific color that my binder is to write what the event or assignment or whatever it is that's due for that class. So color coordination is very easy for you to remember. Like my one class is in that blue binder. So I don't know, to me, it's just an essential part of getting organized is having different colors for different things, so you know what it is for you. There's no like right or wrong color or way to color coordinate, but I definitely think that it's important. The second way on how to be organized is to keep an agenda or a diary, as they call it here, or some form of to-do list that can keep you on task, whether it be daily, weekly, monthly, all 3. This is especially important once you start having multiple classes a day or events that are coming up, assignments that are due. If you have them written down, you don't have to think about it. I don't understand how some people just keep things in their head and they don't write it down. Like I have to write it down. This is helpful so you can look, at your upcoming week and see what classes do I have, what assignments may be due. And it is an amazing feeling to check off or scratch off on your list when you get stuff done. And at the end of the day, you're looking at your list and everything is cleared off, scratched off. So yes, definitely keep a list, definitely keep an agenda. I know that some people use their phone, like their calendar on their phone or to-do lists or notes on their phone. To me, I personally like to write them down, again, for that feeling of like crossing it off. But that is completely up to you. I know that sometimes your phone is just more convenient because it's always on you. So just keep that in mind. The next way to be organized in university is to keep binders, folders, notebooks, whatever it is, dividers, whatever it is for you to separate your classes. I don't recommend having everything in one space because how is that organized? You know, like if you have one binder for each class, you take that binder with you when you have that class, or if you have assignments to do, you just, pick up that binder. It just helps to keep things separated in your brain and in the physical space as well. So definitely keep binders. If you prefer to have a notebook. If you do have one binder, then I definitely suggest having dividers in between each section for each class. But my big tip is to just have different binders in general. And the last thing I want to mention for getting organized is to have a big calendar with all upcoming events and assignments. So this is different from your daily or weekly to-do list or binder. This is something that you can look at very quickly and say, at the end of October, I have this assignment due, so I need to make sure that I do that assignment in advance. It helps you to stay on task. It helps you to get ahead on things instead of waiting to the last minute. So a big calendar to show what it is that you need to get done for the entire month. So now I want to move on to how to goal set. First, you want to write down your goals. This helps you to get clear about it and to really set them in stone. If you have it written down, it is much more likely that you're going to accomplish it. So whether you put these goals down in a diary or if you put it down in a journal, if you write a note in your notepad, either way, you are writing down your goals, and it makes it 10 times more likely for it to come into fruition. Write it down, review them periodically so that you can see, the progress that you're making. Maybe you need to readjust your goals because, something happened and you're not going to be able to get there the way that you thought you would before, but definitely keep them written down and definitely review them every so often to make sure you're on track. So with these goals, you want them to be short-term and long-term. Maybe a short-term goal would be, I have an assignment due at the end of the month. I want to do well on it. I want to get an A. I want to get first class, things like that. Then a long-term goal may be, I want to graduate with honors. I want to get a job in a certain sector by the end of the year. So short-term goals, I would say, are within the next 1 to 3 months, roughly. And then long-term goals are maybe by the end of the year, 6 to 12 months or longer, depending on how big your goals are. Another important tip is to keep your goals in the forefront. So make sure your goals are visible, somewhere that you can see them every single day. You're gonna walk by it, you're gonna, have it on your phone, you'll see it every time you open your home screen, whatever it is, just make sure that you keep them in your forefront because you're always gonna be working toward these goals. And if you see it, you're going to accomplish it. And again, like I said earlier, just review your goals regularly and adjust where you need to, just to make sure that you're staying on task and you're getting everything done. So yeah, that is pretty much it for goal setting and organizing. If you have any questions, feel free to leave it down in the comment box below. I would love to be able to help you if there's something specific that you want to know the answer to. But I really hope today's video was helpful. Again, these tips can be used in all aspects of life, not just university, but I do think it's important to get organized and to make your goals clear before you even get into any of the other topics that I'm gonna cover. Before you even really start to get serious, you definitely need to organize and you definitely need to goal set. So thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all in the next video where we will cover note taking. So have a great day and I will see you all next time.